Kumatora. You've been out of the spotlight for so long. And honestly, I am a little worried for you still. GBL League has not been the same since you've been the king of the meta, or queen. Technically you're genderless, so who's really gonna complain? But I've missed using you, old friend. And I wanted to see you hang out in the spotlight again. And that last set was supposed to be pretty experimental, like swapping my team every battle to get a feel, but I ended up getting comfortable with these three and just using them for a whole set. So I did promise you, Kumatora, that you'd have some time in the spotlight. Here we are. I may regret, like, giving up the best buddy boost on my Dragon Knight, but we're here, we're going for it. I'm feeling too lazy to actually, like, swap around the team. I just want to get in and do the battle. In worst case scenario, if we find out halfway that Dragon Knight really needed that best buddy boost, I can always, like, swap the best buddy boost back on them. But for those of you who don't remember, way back in the early days of GBL League when I first used this thing, my good old Kumatora has the moveset of Thundershock, Wild Charge, and Metal Claw. I think Kyogre is still the better, or why did I say Raikou had Metal Claw? I meant Shadow Ball. Wild Charge and Shadow Ball, and Wild Charge is drastically different than back when I first used Kumatora. So we'll just see how it goes. I don't think Kyogre is really too fond of, like, constantly getting whittled down with these rock slides. But I decided to commit to using Kyogre against the Metal, so I might as well at least try to take out this Metal. Don't think I'm willing to use another shield to do that though, but it is what it is. If it does take me out, it could be good because it gives Raikou a lot of energy to build up, but if it doesn't, like, I'll take having the switch advantage. And I think I might even be able to get a Surf off before going down. Is it going to do much against the Giratina? No. Does this give me a good opportunity to get into the Shadow Ball Raikou? Yes. Will it be way too actually though, will it be way too obvious that I'm going for the Shadow Ball? Also yes, but also I'm not weak to it. Yeah, the downside about this situation is that I either have to choose between you fool. It'll probably become obvious why you did that later, but you just swapped into Shadow Ball fodder. Yeah, it might take me like 2 shields to get... It might take me 2 charge moves to actually get this off. And yeah, you probably think you're good because you can go for your Earthquake, but I mean, I still have a shield. I'm not afraid to use it. Maybe I shouldn't talk too loud because, I mean, if they bait me, I could be in trouble. But sure, I'm gonna use my shield. The only reason you go into this is to use the Earthquake. Yeah, the kind of call that. Shoot. Surely you don't have enough energy to get to that Earthquake. I was like right at my Shadow Ball. Oh my god, they just went for a second Meteor Mash. I mean, you underestimate one thing. We are best friends, Raikou and I. Was that my smartest play? Not really. Was it my dumbest play? Nope. So, taking the Shadow Ball to the face is not nice, but that Metagross is probably within range of getting knocked out by Thundershock alone. So as long as I can take out this Giratina, we got this. Yeah, now that is certainly an interesting way for the match to go. And it kind of makes me wonder if, like, this team is good or not. Like, oh hey! Actually, I wasn't even paying attention when I was battling. Did I battle someone off? That is so weird. I don't think I've ever actually battled someone that was actually on my friend list. I think Mosh Pit was like is one of the people from the GoCast podcast Discord, and I think that's the reason that I had them on my friend list, because, like, for the sake of raids and that. That was certainly... Shoutouts to my pitch, though. Shoutouts for me having the worst lead advantage possible. I mean, I go into Raikou, but I feel like that's just sacrificing the Raikou. This is kind of sacrificing the Kyogre, but at least I have Blizzard to work around with. Might be decent for baiting if I get up to the Blizzard. I'm not going to shield the first one, because even if it's a strong move, I can tank it. Not well, but I can tank it. And the thing about this setup is, though, I have nothing to lose going for the Blizzard. They shield it, like, it's not like I'd be able to get 2 Zerfs off anyways. If they don't shield it, though, you fool! Did you not see that coming? Okay, relax. Dragonite, you can at least, like, get some shields away, and if Kumatora needs to come back here to finish up the job, then so be it. I do hate the fact that they're probably just farming off me, but I mean, hey, let's use a shield. Why not? Sure as Ironhead, but even Ironhead would probably whittle me out at this point. And this way, at least I get one more Dragon Claw off before going down. So either a dead Dialga, or knocked out Dialga. Done for Dialga. To keep the alliteration going. Or I get a shield. I'm actually impressed that I got the Dialga and not the shield. And the last Pokemon is Togekiss. And Raikou's out here. The only scariest thing is Wild Charge is defense lowering and they still have 2 shields to work around with. I'm gonna predict an Ancient Power. And just try... Actually, it's probably smarter for me to shield the second one. Okay, time to just Wild Charge spam and hope for the best. Yeah, in hindsight, I definitely should have shielded. I underestimated Charm. You think after battling so many Togekiss that I would realize that I wouldn't have gotten a second chance to use the shield. So, I don't blame Kumatora for that. I blame myself. Would we have won if we shield? Maybe not. Like, Charm was whittling us down a little bit, and there was the fact that I still had 2 shields to burn through. But I still blame myself. So let's get you out here. And Mewtwo lead again. I never been able to figure out if this is a good lead or not. I'm sorry, I like voice crack whenever I say I'm not sure. But it kind of it unintentionally like adds to the tone of really, I'm not sure what I'm gonna do about this. I'm just gonna go for a solid Dragon Claws. Downside is I don't really got a Pokemon on this team that resists the Psy Strike. So I kind of feel a little bit in trouble no matter what I do. At least Dragon Breath is doing some work against it. Yeah, and I could have taken one Psy Strike. I don't regret shielding that first one though, because it seems like I wouldn't have had the health if I did my shielding in reverse order. And hey, I got a shield and the switch advantage. Sure, into a Dialga, but at least the Dialga doesn't get to farm me for once. Now, do I go into Kyogre or Kumatora? Let's try Kumatora in this situation. Yeah, I get resisted hard, but Shadow Ball is still a thing I can go for. Do I shield expecting the Draco Meteor? Well, thankfully I called that right. Oh, this is perfect! They just gave me a free swap into Kyogre. Like, this is exactly what my friend Kyogre wants to have. I don't think I got enough energy for the Earthquake. So I'll risk that. Thankfully I called it. Now, do I go for the Surf Railway or do I try to farm it down for energy? so I can bring a solid move onto the... I might regret this if they do eventually go for the Earthquake. That was a huge regret. But I was greedy. I really wanted to save I really want to have my shield and my energy going into that Dialga. And unfortunately, oh, oops. Too much energy. The good news about this is that I think I can go for double Shadow Ball. No. Yeah, if I shielded that Earthquake, I would have won. So it's nice to know that, like, it's coming down to the way I'm playing rather than my team that I feel is costing me some battles in this set. But we gotta do better, guys. We gotta do better, all ya. We can't let a non-powered up, no second move legendary outpace our good old friend Kumatora. So, will regret have been had? I think it shall. My option... I wanted to go into a Pokemon. I'm not sure if going in... I mean, hey, if they're not going to shield, I think I'll go into just Kumatora, just see what happens. See if they decide to stay in, swap out. Garchomp. Okay. Yeah, it sucks, but at least I have Shadow Ball. I don't have to commit to my move that gets double resisted by you. There could be a worse sacrificial place. Like, I dread to think about what would have happened if what they would have swapped into if Kyogre came into the picture. Now I'm gonna take a risk. Hope that they don't. I was gonna hope they didn't have Earthquake and went for Sand Tomb, but turns out that doesn't even matter. The good news about this is I can at least farm down the Garchomp since I have a super effective fast move, but they don't. Unfortunately, I do have to waste a shield because can't let myself get outraged again. But this is good because I have like 1.5 Dragon Claws to bring in for that inevitable return of Dialga. And I'm not going to let that opportunity go to waste. What's the worst sacrificing poor Kumatora for, though? We'll just have to see with how the rest of the battle plays out. Unfortunately, it's worth it. It's worth it to try. It's worth it to get rid of the Dialga. The downside is I probably won't get rid of the Dialga. I'll probably just get rid of the last shield. But we might be able to work around that too. At least Kyogre is going to get a little bit of energy. I do hate the fact that I can't shield. Because that Draco Meteor is coming. The Draco Meteor is coming. I wish it wasn't coming though. And we don't even get to see the Shadow Mewtwo in action. That would have been good for Kumatora. Now I wish I would have gone for Kyogre, but that's the downside of the whole blind 3 versus blind 3. It's impossible to know. If I did go into Kyogre, they might have just had something else to hard switch into. Now, I think Dragonite technically wins this counter, though I'm always scared for the Blizzard. But I think if I just, like, keep going for Dragon Claws, I do come out on top. The only downside is that I hate the concept of wasting a shield on a Surf. Oh man, that probably is gonna bite. That's probably gonna hurt me in the long run, not hesitating that much. But I actually don't really... What do I really have for Dialga? That's not a question I should be asking in Master League when freaking runs League. And also, why do I always make this assumption? And the bright side, like, Dragonite's gonna fare fairly better after that attack drop. If we can get rid of some shields into Dialga in the process, though, Kumatora might be able to sweep. Like, it sucks because it feels like Kumatora has not been the one letting the team down. It feels like I'm letting the team down just with everything going on. The good news is that this is a good lead for Kumatora. The bad news is that it's a double shield situation, so Charm's gonna win, and Wild Charge is just gonna leave me vulnerable. I gotta go for the double Wild Charge though. I don't have any other option left. They're just gonna shield both. We all know how this is gonna end. And what was it with... It had to have been luck. Because it's the same Pokemon besides Kumatora, but Kumatora's never been the one to let the team down. Was there even any charge moves I could have blocked in that match? Well, that stinks. But you know what? I'm not giving up. I feel like there was some bad luck involved in that set. I'm determined to make Kumatora work. That freaking Zekrom doesn't even have a second move. There's no way that my Kumatora that I put so much love and care into is getting outpaced.